I'll just start with the awkward question, I guess. You know, you guys lost a leader out of your room today. The news that Dallas is entering the transfer portal. How does that change the conversations in your room? I mean, do you guys take that and try to find a positive with it for the younger guys that are looking for a role? I mean, how do you handle that?
I mean, Dallas he's a brother. He's still a brother to us. We always treat him the same. Like, it's nothing changes here. Really, the goal stays the same. Like, the goal is Indy. We do our best to play every day and work hard every day just to reach our goal. And it's sad because I miss Dallas. He was a great guy on our team, great guy on our unit, someone we can count on. I just wish him the best, and I just wish him the best.
Talk about your role, man. You've been playing a lot the first two games, and you got your first start this last game. How are you feeling physically, and how do you feel about your role being increased?
And I'm just trying to do what I can for the team. Whatever Coach Wash thinks is the right fit for me, I'm going to play, and then I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. This last week, I was fortunate enough to play a lot, and I'm honored by that role that he trusts me. I have ultimate trust in all of our guys in our unit. We can all really do what we all can do, and really it's just an honor, and I'm just proud to be part of the Buckeyes.
And do you play multiple spots, or do you just play middle, or?
Oh, right now I'm just one spot, and just keep it simple. And we all pretty much can do everything, so we just try to keep it simple.
What is that one spot?
Oh, right now, I mean, I'm the linebacker, but you know, we all practice all the spots, so we all know what we can do, and it's good training with the guys.
And describe your game, Cody.
You know, I just try to play fast as possible, but I try to be a leader. I think that's probably one of my better qualities. I can conduct a defense. I'm still working on it every day. It's tough, and it's not an easy environment to do it in with 100,000 fans, but I try my best, and I try to get the job done.
Cody, you see these big plays from younger guys, whether it's Denzel, whether it's Cam, these younger guys making big stops, big plays. How does that promote consistency for the entire unit when you see them make a stop, make a sack, make an interception? I mean, does that kind of hype you guys up, or what does that do? And does it encourage you? Or?
Oh, it's for sure an energizer. You know, we got a lot of young guys out there, a lot of guys with little experience, but we're all working every day. Like, this is the grind.
Yeah.
It's not easy, and in no fashion, it's not easy, but we're all grinding every day, and I think that's what we're working on. Just getting that consistency to keep going and keep playing, and eventually we'll get it.
So are those moments, say, you know, are they things that you remember, like in practice and things like that, where you're like, yeah, I saw my teammate do it. I mean, this is something that I can do on the field as well. I mean, does it make it possible? Or?
Definitely. The stuff we see in practice is some of the crazy stuff like you can see in any program.
Yeah.
Guys are always jumping, making crazy plays, and when we see it in the game, it's like we've seen it in practice, so that's why I can translate. And a lot of our guys are super talented, and I love being on this defense.
Cody, when you guys are playing your zone defense and you guys are kind of in those underneath areas, does it take, or I guess how much time does it take for you all to get comfortable, you know, knowing the right landing marks, getting the spacing where it needs to be, kind of playing off of each other? Is that the kind of thing you can only really start to get a feel for once you get in the games and do it against another team rather than doing it in practice?
I mean, it definitely is a feel. There's a feel to it. We practice it every day, and we're trying to get better at it every day. We got to be better at it, like in these past games, but we're still working on it. Like,
what's the difficulty with it? I know you guys. There's a lot of young guys playing. Maybe that's part of it, but just what are the challenges with that stuff?
I mean, I don't really. It's just a feel. I would say we just got to be more in tune with what's going on in the game, and we'll be there. We'll be fine.
Is this kind of what you
personally better play a few games?
You know, your first game is kind of surreal, and you're kind of like super high energy, and I feel like through these past two games I've been able to like calm down and take in really what I'm getting on the offense. It's still tough, and it's still something we have to keep working on, but I feel like the more I play and the more comfortable I get in the game, the more I can lead and conduct the defense.
These coaches talk all the time about being able to take meetings to the field. That first game, when you get out there and like you say, it's kind of surreal. Like, how much is it hard to remember things? Like, does some of that stuff get lost in the moment, and you have to how do you get it back?
I mean, that's the challenge. And when you see fans going crazy and it's all loud in the stadium, it's going back to that training and really trying to embrace what your coach taught you the week before. And I mean, we're still working on it every day. That's people work on that on Sundays who play on Sundays. So it's tough, but we're working on it. Like that's why we practice so hard every week, just to get in that field for that one moment and make that play.
Is this basically what you expected coming here? You played as a true freshman. It was a crazy year last year, obviously. Now you're starting as a second-year player. Are you ahead of schedule, or is this kind of what you expected, Cody?
I mean, for me, it was I'm trying to do the best I can at every step of the way. So if I was able to play freshman year, I would want to play freshman year. I just want to do the best I can for myself and for my family. And I'm just really fortunate to be in this position, and I'm thankful for it. And I'm thankful that I'm in this unit because all the guys are so supportive. Everyone's working hard, and we all really play hard.
Cody, a lot of the conversation has been about, over the past 2-3 games, has been about the Ohio State pass rush. And I'm curious, what is the linebackers, what is your room's role in conducting that pass rush? Especially, I was watching the Tulsa game again today, and you guys saw there was a lot of blitzes from the linebackers creating space up front, you guys getting to the quarterback a little bit. What kind of things have you heard about, a linebacker's role in developing that pass rush?
Well, yeah, this is also something that's kind of a feel, and I think it's our job to help the pass rush as much as possible. It works top down. Everyone helps in that pass rush, but playing linebacker has to be aggressive, and I think we're doing really a better job of that now, and I'm excited for the future because we can blitz, we can do everything. So again, it's a full defense effort though, the pass rush. So yeah.
Coach Day said this is a brand new defense. We all know that. You've had Proctor go out for the year. You've had a transfer. Now you've got a different man called the defensive signals. That's a lot to throw at a lot of young guys. What's getting you guys through that with all this change?
I'd say every day, practice, going hard as possible. No matter the change, we regroup and come back the next day and just practice as hard as we can. And I think that's the quality of Ohio State. It's just we are able to get those reps, and no matter what the change is, we can regroup and continue to work at it.
Are there any voices among the players? Because there's very few players with a lot of experience other than Garrett and Banks. Anybody saying, hey, let's believe in the system, let's keep it going?
Yeah, we have the ultimate faith in our coaches, I can say. And although we have had struggles, it's important that we stay the course, and our guys know that, and it's going to click. So we'll be ready for it.
The coach said yesterday that you just don't put on the uniform and run out on the field and say, I'm a 4 or 5 star. It takes time. You guys have to know that this is going to take time. You're losing like 7 guys off that defense.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why people come here, to get developed and to be the best player they can be. And playing here, practicing here every day is what's going to bring that out of you. And it's just going to take time. We're going to be good, though.
Cody, being a linebacker, like your position coach obviously hasn't changed in Al Washington, but the play caller on defense has changed from Kerry Combs to Matt Barnes. For you personally, does that change anything for you?
No. I have the ultimate faith in all my coaches, no matter what. Whatever they are coaching us to do, I can trust, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. Coach Combs and Coach Barnes are great coaches, either way you call it. So, in my opinion, nothing really changes, and we just stay the course.
I got to ask you about the Jersey connection on this team. A lot of Jersey guys, yourself included. Yeah. It's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, no, it's definitely fun to have someone in your corner who's like you, and we all relate to each other on the team, definitely. And yeah, it's just great to have guys who are similar like you on the team.
Did you grow up rooting for a particular team? Did you grow up watching Ohio State? Did you who did you root for growing up?
I don't really have a favorite team, but I was a big fan of like USC and like West Coast, but nothing's really a big fan. I wasn't really like a college football crazy fan.
Do you have any recollections of watching Ohio State as a kid, or?
Yeah, I definitely had watching the big rivalry games. I was always cheering for Ohio State, but those are some of the craziest moments of college football. We all know those.
Cody, we were talking with Denzel. What's it like playing with Denzel in that secondary? What's it like seeing a freshman make the plays he has and interception turned reception? What's it like playing with Denzel?
He's an ultimate player. He came in here freshman and didn't bat an eye of anybody. He's competing every day with the best receivers in the country, and I couldn't say enough great things about him. He's every day he comes out here and works his hardest.
speaking of receivers, he was mentioning how he talked with Brian Hartline about playing receiver, but he said he wanted to play DB. Can you see a little bit of wide receiver skill in his game a little bit? Do you ever see that?
I haven't seen. I don't even know about that one, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. He's a great athlete.
Thank you.
Cody, how important has it been for you and some of the younger guys like Denzel to just step up and be a leader on a defense that is so inexperienced? I mean, how and not just on the field, but trying to turn into a vocal leader.
It's something. It's definitely difficult, but I think once you're able to get a little bit comfortable in the game, and you can naturally become like a leader. And Denzel, like a lot of the young guys, they are stepping into those roles, and as the year goes on, I feel like we're going to have more leaders and more guys to be able to step up. And right now, we're just still working through it, and young defense and just growing pains. But I think we'll be fine.
You guys hear the noise, right? It's impossible to avoid it. You hear what people are saying, what they are saying out there about the defense. Is there a message for fans that you guys wish they could hear? And I mean, I guess now you can just let them hear it. But what is it that you want them to know about this group?
I mean, all I say is just stick with us. We're still young, but we're working every day. Nothing has changed since last year's team. Every day is still a grind. I mean, I just hope they still have faith in us. But as is, we're all we have, and everyone on this team is. I trust everyone on this team. The circle that we have and the trust we have for each other is unbreakable. So.
To Jeremy's point, fans seem to like you a lot. I see that on message boards. Have you read any of that? Cody Simon needs to play more. Have you seen any of that? And what are your thoughts on that?
I try not to read into that stuff, just because it's not team oriented, and I feel like what's best for me is not always what's best for the team. So I don't want to read in and get a big head to that stuff. I love my guys, and if people are saying bad things to them, I'm not going to listen to anything good, because that's a reflection of me. So I just want to be there for all my guys, and what's said about me is a reflection of everybody else. So I want, if I'm doing well, everyone else is doing well. That's all I want.
Fantastic.
I'm sure you're going to ask this before, so I apologize. But just your assessment of how the linebackers have played. Have you made the impact that you think you guys have to make so far?
Yeah, we're still working. It's a work in progress. There's stuff on the defense that we have to adapt to, and offenses are game planning us all the time, and our job's going to get tougher and tougher as the year goes on. But every day we're working as hard as we can to make sure we can be on top of all those changes and work as hard as we can.